All right. 1955. All right. Well, guys, it's better late than never. This is CEO funding-credit, guys, by way of Charlotte, Clarksville, Huntersville. Of course, we got an office in Concord Mills area. Trying to establish ourselves and really give support our communities and our business owners and hopefully future business owners to start understanding the value of what entrepreneurship can bring. There's a lot of work, but no risk, no gain. You gotta put some skin in the game, guys. And and what you don't know, you can always get brilliant people that know more than what you know. I definitely know how to promote a company. I know how to run a business. I definitely know a little thing or two about credit. There's a lot of things that I don't know. I don't know anything about bookkeeping. I don't know anything about accounting. Any of those things that sort of compartmentalize with what I do to keep me, running a fair, stable race, and have, those type of relationships that I want to keep. You got to keep your numbers right, and then that gives you a little bit more confidence when you're actually running a company, because you have people that can sort of give you the breadcrumbs. Oh, don't do this, don't do that. Heads up on this, heads up on that. So I pride myself in relationships that definitely, have really helped me out. And so I got a gentleman that came on. Actually, we've been, pretty much been in the trenches for the last 5 or 6 days, and he's been right there with me. I mean, I don't know. He's probably done over 30 to 40 applications. Probably more than $500,000 in funding already. And some we're still waiting on. And, we're definitely understanding the due diligence of, what's coming from the SBAs. We understanding what banks are doing. We understanding, the type of mindset that you got to have. A lot of people call me and ask me, well, Marvin, should I take this money? Don't I got to pay it back? I was like, well, guys, pretty much, it's a lot of things that you're going to have to pay back, and it might not be in monetary form, but let me tell you something. If somebody gives you an opportunity that you could, change the dynamics or enhance your business or go out here and have some cushion and have a reliable source of monies that can get your business up and going again, take it. Yes, take it, but please have a plan,
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, man, no further ado, man. I want to bring this gentleman y'all see to the right of me, or it could be to the left. He could tell you a whole lot about when it comes to accounting, bookkeeping, and understanding the way business is. And, he takes a lot of fear when it comes to business, because he's very understanding the basics of, what needs to be there. He's a numbers guy. He works with a plethora of all kind of CPAs. He's dynamic in a lot of areas. He creates corporations, operations agreements, anything that comes with, pretty much putting your company together. He does it from front to end. He's a CEO of a couple companies. One company that is international, worth over probably, $20 million or more. I ain't gonna get into that. But, hey, I love running with guys that doesn't get shook up with numbers, man. He knows what's up. So Selby, what's going on, man? Talk to me, Left.
Hey, man, I'm good. How you doing, Marv? Thanks for having me on the show, man.
Absolutely, brother. Absolutely, man. Hey, man. This week it started off a little shaky, and I had ran and did some things, and I had to work with my 1099s and the people that was actually in the infrastructure of my business. So Selby was he was at another office, and he had tons of work going on. He's in different cities. He's got a couple offices in different cities, a couple right around here in the Triangle area. And he was like, Marv, you know what? I said, hey, man, I wouldn't be calling you if I didn't need you. I said, man, I got about 25, 30 people in the queue. They don't know anything about how to do these, these loans, these SBAs, and some of these people is needing funding, period, from banks. Some of them are trying to get into some of the funding that's coming from the government. Hey, man, hey, I'm on my way. Next thing you know, hey, we're sitting here knocking it out, man. So that's what entrepreneurs do. We talk about creativity, guys. Creativity. I can get it out there. I got a downline. This guy's going to make sure you get the numbers. Selby, I just want to ask you what you think on a average, when you sit down and you really forecast people's numbers, you look at their what they've done far as with their 1099s and different other pieces of what the application insists of. I'm talking about maybe more so the PPP, EDL. What is the average, I would say, on the EDL that you're getting people right now?
Thus far on the low end, we've been getting clients about 80,000 plus.
80,000
on
plus.
these because the SBA and the U.S. economy as a whole, I mean, from all the different things that are going on in Congress and so forth, they don't want small businesses to fail, because small businesses are the engines that run America. And if small businesses fail, that trickle down to a lot of families having to look for a new job, can't support real estate that they may be renting. So it has a complete trickle down effect. And right now, during this COVID time, I see an opportunity that don't usually exist. One of the number one problems I find with clients running small businesses is finding access to capital. Access to capital is key to keep your business valuable and running. And what I see happening right now with all of these SBA loans that are available, they're making the process pretty simple for small businesses to gain access to that capital. And the one thing we can say, given the current temperature of the country, your race doesn't matter in this case.
Right, there you go.
So there's equal opportunity for every business owner to be able to access capital. And what I've seen in a few cases, I've had some clients that were DIY and doing it themselves. And some people were very successful at it. And you have others that, me knowing a little bit about their business, I think they sold themselves short in how they approach the process, because knowledge is power. And that's why I'm the numbers guy. I can run your books. I understand the in and outs of a business, but I would lean on somebody like you that understand how the funding process works. So that way, when I approach the process, I approach it educated and don't sell myself short. Because I think a lot of businesses today are going to have to figure out, how does my business survive now? Restaurants and bars are trying to open back up, but with the issue with social distancing, reduced occupancy numbers, they have to figure out, how do they balance their books with it? What's my cost to operate? How many customers I need to cover that cost? Where's my profit line? Where's my break-even point? So it's making you have to rethink how you do business. Is a brick and mortar necessary anymore for your business? I found that during this time, for a lot of professionals in my field, we're able to work well remotely. For some clients, they like the face-to-face, but with the current pandemic going on, that might not be as convenient as it once was. So we got to figure out, make sure you have the right equipment and ability to reach your clients. And with the capital that's available, I think clients should reach out to their accountants, their CFOs, or what have you, and come up with a strategic plan as to what they plan to do for their business, figure out how much capital they need, and then go and get it, because it's out there. It's out there. The Fed released $9 trillion. The SBA is opening up the line every time, making this money available, and it's not free money, but it's for a purpose, so that small businesses in this country don't die, because we need them to survive. So people waiting for a sign, It's there. Go get it.
Right.
Go get
Yeah.
it. You
I
know?
mean,
Go
I
get
mean,
it.
I tell people all the time, so I was like, man, you can't get in this game and of business. I mean, United States of America, quote unquote, guys, if you don't know that or not, you're in a corporation. You're living in one. United States is a corporation. So there's no way that you're going to get that low hanging fruit, right? You know what I mean? And position yourselves for either wealth, your legacy, your children, and to be out here trying to, you know, uh, dine of, wine and dine a 9 to 5 job. I mean, it's not going to get it, guys. And the pink slips are going out every day to people, and people are going to have to understand they're going to have to revamp their thinking and understand what their skill sets is. Again, get around some smart people that know more than what you know and go to work, guys. And what's going on right now is that the business owners right now is winning, right? They winning because they took a leap of faith, whether it be a year, 2 years ago, whatever the case may be, and the government saying, okay, hey, look, this is what the COVID did to us. These are the monies, right? And this is what we're going to offer you. Some people are getting 7 grand. Some people, I've seen Selby had one client come through and got over $150,000. So there's no way to get around this, guys. You got to really get into what this thing is really trying to tell you. You got to start getting more knowledgeable about what's really running this economy, and it's really ran off the backs of small businesses. That's why SBA is giving out that money. Selby, I mean, you want to expound on it, man? I mean, it's just it's to a point now that I got to get people with that lack of limitation mindset that's got to go away. You're gonna either, if you're gonna get it, you're gonna sabotage yourself because you're gonna be acting in fear, and you go, oh, I don't know whether this is
Yeah,
this and that.
I definitely don't want nobody to be fearful of it. The opportunity is there. But the one thing I will advise anybody that's looking into these programs is to definitely consult your CFO, your accountant, consult
Mhm.
somebody that helps you plan your business so that way you have a proper use of funds plan. Because
Mhm.
successful businesses are ran off of other people's monies, loans,
Right.
selling
Mhm.
stocks and bonds. It gives you
Mhm.
an opportunity to grow your business without going in your pocket. And for the first time in a long time, there's a climate in the country to where there's capital available for small businesses to grow and be successful. But I wouldn't advise anybody to run out and take a loan without a plan, because you
Right.
will have to pay it back. And if you don't have a proper plan, you're going to find yourself in a worse situation than you were before. So make sure
Mhm.
you have a strategic plan for using the funds. And if you don't have a good a good CFO or accountant, somebody that you can meet with, I mean, inbox me, man. I'll be happy to sit down and talk with you about it. But that's something that you definitely need.
Yeah,
You must have a
absolutely.
strategic plan of, I'm going to
I
take
agree.
this amount of funds to achieve this and do
Mhm.
this. And you have to rethink the environment that we're in now, because COVID is still prevalent around us. And
Mhm.
different states have changed how we could do business, how we interact. So you have to make sure that your business plan, it's adaptable to the current environment.
Mhm.
And maybe a lot of times what I found in businesses from my experience has been that, like for instance, I met this one guy. He had a cleaning service, and that was his business. He cleaned buildings, right? And he
Mhm.
did government contracts and large contracts, making good money.
Mhm.
But he complained to me that he was tired, that he gets offered so many jobs that he can't take it. And I'm like, you have a whole new stream of revenue sitting there, but
Mhm.
you're worrying to go break your back to clean. There are lots of companies that would pay money just to be able to get a contract, and you have all of them sitting on. So this is a
Right.
time to sit down and discuss, take a full forensic look at your business, see what are your profit centers, and figure
Right.
out which one is most adaptable to the current climate, and
Mhm.
how these funds can aid you in making
Mhm.
your business the success that you want to have for yourself, your family, your children, and your legacy.
Right, absolutely. Well, so, I mean, what you, I mean, now basically with the we're going to talk a little bit about the EIDL, the disaster.
Mhm.
Okay, so for the most part, they're coming in at what is the interest? Was it
What I've seen so far for the EIDL, I
Uh-huh.
think 150 that seems to be the maximum amount that they're offering for small businesses.
I'm
But
like the terms. I'm like about the terms.
oh,
What is
30 years at 3%, I believe. Or
Yeah. Okay. So guys, I mean, in the
that's
first year,
cheap.
yeah, the first years is deferred.
Most
So
people
you
mortgages
don't
are
even
higher than that.
start paying back until a year later, from a year from now, and then they're giving you 35 years.
I think 30 years, isn't it?
30 years, I think it
30
is,
years.
right? Yeah. And I mean, so guys, I mean, this is an opportunity that a lot of people would have loved, business owners that was coming from the 70s, 80s, and stuff like that. Anybody that has been out here, that really want to see their businesses go to the next level, why wouldn't you? And I think pretty much the credit right now on the EIDL, I think it's like 575. I think you got to have, and they're
570.
pulling 570. They're pulling
570.
experience.
So
Yeah, they're pulling experience. Yeah. So I mean, guys, I mean,
you can get approved for a house with 570.
thank you.
So the opportunity that exists for a small business that's been struggling to find access to capital, and I know especially trucking companies. I owned one myself, and finding access to capital for that business was very expensive, very
Right.
expensive money. You have an opportunity right now to get access to that capital so you can grow your business strategically. And those opportunities are not always there. So now is a time for us to educate ourselves, for us to get around more professionals and dig in, because we don't know what's the road ahead of us. And I would advise every business owner to educate themselves as to what's going on and do what business owners do. Take risks. No risk, no reward.
Absolutely. So Selby, what I wanted to talk about was, and we were talking about it with Donald Trump. Donald Trump approved. It was basically no dot. What did you call it? It was a term you said that Donald Trump.
Well,
It's called.
well, what I was talking about was this. After Enron in 2008, when they did the bank bailouts, in order to protect consumers, they enacted a bill called the Dodd-Frank bill, and Dodd-Frank placed a lot of Dodd-Frank. It placed a lot of regulations as to how lenders could lend. And since Trump has been in office, he has worked to repeal a lot of the rules with Dodd-Frank, and that's why there is a lot more capital available to businesses than it's been before. And I mean, it's not that Dodd-Frank was overall a terrible thing, because it was there trying to protect consumers because from predatory lending and things of this nature. However, right now, if you can meet with your financial professional and come up with a good strategic plan for your business, go get it. The opportunity that exists right now, I don't know how long more it's going to exist. So, now is the time.
Yeah, it is. It is. I mean, and the thing is, guys, I mean, SBA could be, your business could.
The money could be done tomorrow.
Yeah. I mean, the thing about it is, guys, if you have an SBA, things like that, for me, if you got to switch lanes, this is the time to do it. If you want to go and get with us or get with someone to initiate a new business, this is the time to do it. Okay, really, guys. I mean, and the thing about it is that once you get this money rolling and you get that revenue rolling in the bank, guys, now I could take that money in revenue, guys, and that's an addition to having good credit. One, they're always looking for revenue. Now you got revenue. You know what I'm saying? And so now those are the things that we can go from no doc to doc funding for more seasoned businesses, because one thing the bank's always going to want to see, they want to see some credit. They're going to want to see some money, capital, revenue, right? Or they're going to want some collateral, right? So this is a time, guys, you can really sort of get all those things morphed and put those things in place. Selby knows about how, you got to have P&Ls. They're going to want to see that 4506. They're going to pull it. They want to see where you at. But this stuff here, They're just based on what did you do in 2019? What happened? They pretty much just going pretty much just
Yeah,
straight line
yeah.
saying, God,
What I've seen, the process is simple as this: they want a business that they've seen running for over a year. They want to make sure that when the pandemic started to affect businesses, to when places started to close down in February, your business was active. So if you were in business for at least a year, and in February of 2020, you can show that you had a bank statement, an active business account in February, right? And active account, active business, your credit score is over a 570.
yeah,
You, sir, or madam, are eligible for the SBA program.
right,
How
right.
much varies by your business, of course, and how you present your documentation, But what was your business doing? Because they don't want to give you a loan that you can't really handle. But let's be honest, the IDL loan for $150,000, your payments is $700 and something a month. And if you're a business and you can't cover a $750 loan, you don't need to be in business because
Right.
you're a hobby.
Right. Man, listen, I was talking to a couple doctor friends of mine, and I was like, hey, they like, oh, Marvin, I know you over there killing it. I'm like, well, man, hey, it ain't looking bad. It's looking pretty good, Hey, we've seen a whole lot of numbers come our way in the last I say 7 to 8 days, man, and I'm telling you, they're like bang, bang, bang. And like I told you guys, man, that it's 9 trillion out there, guys, that they have to give away. You know what I'm saying? So this is what I'm trying to say, because this thing is ran off of small businesses. We have to get back in the game, and they're giving you an opportunity with this platform and with these monies to do so. So guys, get aggressive, man.
There's something I want to kind of throw out there for you guys to think about. Let's say, for instance, it's 5 of us, right? And we all have small businesses in the same field, right? Now you have a unique opportunity to compete with a larger company if you think strategically by creating joint ventures. Instead of having 5 little small companies, you can morph your businesses into one larger company. You guys could begin to take larger market shares, because one of the things is we're getting contracts. They want to know, what's the size of your business? We don't think you can handle our volume because you're too small.
Right.
And now is the time with COVID, because you have a lot of time to sit at home and think. And I would advise people to start talking to your accountants and your attorneys and start looking for opportunities of how you can re-enter the market much more competitive. Because most business owners, we don't get this kind of break because we always go, 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 go. And we have an opportunity now to sit back and think. And I would advise you guys to consult the professionals and try to take advantage of opportunities. Quit thinking small. Quit thinking small. Small. If you're a micro business and that's all you are, a lot of times you can survive. But if you really want to create that impact, you have to grow and scale your businesses. And now you have perfect opportunities to do so, because with getting access to this capital and you align yourself with strategic partners, man, the business that you had prior to this pandemic could be miles away from it afterward, because you could be in a whole different. I mean, use one of you can completely change the paradigm. You can have a whole different outlook on your future, because now I don't have to worry about when a large company asks, "What's the size of your business?" Oh, our company is this size. We're much larger. We have more employees. We can afford now, because we have 5 companies combined. We can afford a better office space. Now I'm in Uptown. I'm in South Park. Oh,
right.
You can have a better office, a better look, a better feel, a better presentation. Then you can begin to work with people, other professionals that can teach you other things that you don't know. So when you come to market now, you have a full package that you could offer. So I would say in this time, stop thinking about just wanting to remain a micro business and think about growth. Think about it strategically. Everybody doesn't necessarily work well together and work well with others. But if you're someone that's capable of it, I just want to drop that bug in your ear. Think about creating JV or merging your companies with other small businesses so that you can become a larger business and have the opportunity to take a larger market share. And with access to capital, everything that I'm talking about is possible because you can afford to get a right attorney to draft your paperwork correctly.
Right.
You can afford to get a proper accountant to make sure the valuations on the companies are correct so that when you come together, everybody's respected properly. So
Right.
you have opportunities now to do amazing things that in all my years of accounting and running my own business, we never had this much opportunity existing. So now is the time to grab hold of it and make the best use. And Marv is the guy to contact year round about getting access to capital. But even him, he will tell you that he's never seen this much capital on the in the market available. It's never been as good as this.
Oh, God, hey, we're working, man. But what I'm saying is, I want people to get access to this, guys. You know, I mean, I'm around funding. I mean, I had banks calling me, Marvin, we need you, we need you, we need you. I wasn't even paying attention to this stuff, actually, guys, at the beginning, because I was actually trying to remorph my whole business itself, my infrastructure, the way I was doing things. I was out doing seminars and stuff in Lake Norman, and I had all this stuff going and making remarkable relationships. So when COVID hit, it was like, okay, so I had to make a shift. And I'll just tell the story just a few minutes ago before we jumped on the podcast. And I was like, hey, man, this guy called me, a mentor of mine, Liquid. He called me, he says, Marvin, he says, are you taking advantage of this thing? Not so much even for yourself, but you need to be actually getting inside of understanding. You should be the catalyst of this information and also the processing of this information. And I said, you know what? You're right. And so I jumped in it. And of course, I had to study and make sure that, you know, I was applying and getting the right information so I convey it correctly to you guys. But I said, hold on, wait a minute. I got accountants. I got bookkeepers. I got attorneys. Let me make a few phone calls. I put a few phone calls. Next thing you know, okay, cool. Oh, no, don't worry about that. I already know how this goes. I already know about the PPP. Marv, just come on, let's sign it up. Hey, we put our heads together, and you know, like I said again, guys, we've put close to, you know, it's been close to probably about $600,000 just this week.
1 week,
helping, in 1 week, you know, and seriously, guys, because I mean, money is the money. We always, you know, if you're thinking, oh, I got to pay it back, look. You're in business, okay? Our president went bankrupt 3 times, okay? Don't be scared. You know, you got to get off the pot. Guys got to understand this thing out here ain't for people that's thinking small. You can get ate up out here when you're acting in fear of, oh, well, I'm gonna have to pay that back. I'm gonna have to pay that. Well, that makes me even more creative when I know I got to pay it back. That makes me go and understand. I'm gonna get the best, most brilliant people around me, so I'm gonna make sure that by the time that they want this $80,000, $100,000, $120,000, I opened up and got involved with a gas station situation. I already done open up a renovations company. I already done open up 2 or 3 different lanes of revenue. I'm gonna run it down, guys. You know, so let's not be sitting up here talking about, oh, I gotta pay it back. You gotta pay. You go get a car, ain't you gotta pay it? Oh yeah, but you need this. If you're an entrepreneur, you need this. You know, so guys, this is the thing. You know, we talk about, oh, such and such got their foot on our neck. Oh, this and this and this and that. Guys, this is the best time that you could take your stuff to the next level, guys. Open up your mind, guys. Look, funding-credit, round the clock. I just brought on 2 more people actually supporting myself here via in these surrounding areas here. You know, we have allies all over the country that we're working with, guys, just for this opportunity. I even heard Smudgy at the county, at the city level, saying that we got $30 million for the city of Charlotte. Okay, so it's money here, even local for local business owners, guys. There's money everywhere. So this is the time, and it's not too many loans. It's not too many opportunities, guys. You can walk in a bank. I do funding. You're not going to be able to walk into a bank and get no money with a 570 credit score. It's not happening. Never.
Absolutely not.
I don't care if you've been in business for 50 years. You're not going to get no money like that. Never. No. So this is an opportunity, guys. If you got some LLC, put those things, call us, see what the guidelines are, see if it's a fit. Hit us up, info@funding-credit.com, guys, info@funding-credit.com. I've even had to get some guys some trade lines. One guy, I had to really appreciate the guy. The guy's like, man, I got declined. He was like, Marvin, I have like a 540 credit score. I said, well, man, I can get you some trade lines in the next 2 or 3 days. He says, what? I said, yeah, I can get you some trade lines. Your great credit score go up 20, 30 points in a few days. He said, what? He said, I'll tell you what, let me get an order. I gave him an order. He called me back. That was like 3 or 4 days later. His credit score went from a 560 up to a 620. The dude went out and got 40 grand. See, you got to stay persistent, stay focused, guys. You can't, a no means yes. Okay. There's always a way to go out and to get the job done. There's options. You might not know it, but there might be other people that do. Open up your mouth, and don't be so understanding that the long haul is, oh, I got to pay it back. Don't let that fear keep you in this sustainability of.
Yeah. I mean, if your fear is that you have to pay it back, you probably don't need to be in business.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm because business, you have to pay bills.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to pay employees. You're gonna have to pay rent. You have to pay utilities. So if that's your mindset, you probably don't need to be in business.
Exactly, guys.
Every successful business.
Yeah, I mean that's credibility.
Most successful businesses use debt to leverage their business growth. Because cash is king, and if you have your own money, that's good. Keep that as your cushion. But if you can leverage other people's money, the OPP, that's how you win in this game.
Thank you.
That's how you win.
Thank you. Absolutely.
And actually, and when your business is able to handle debt, the door continues to open up for you. Because just like how a person has a credit score, a business has a credit score as well.
Yeah.
You have Dun & Bradstreet, and also you have I think Experian Business Credit is monitoring businesses as well. And when your business is able to handle debt, it continues to open up the door, just like with your personal credit, to give you more access. And it's good to have a debt-free business. Absolutely. Yeah. But when you're looking to grow and expand, and especially in these current uncertain economic times, for me, my advice is to consult your financial advisor, your accountant, your CPA, your CFO, and come up with a strategic plan and use that plan to go out and get what you need for your business. Yep. If your business can't service the debt, then
yeah, right.
Then that answer becomes simple.
Yeah,
but I would say at least consult your financial, your CPA, your CFO, your accountant, whoever, and let them take a complete dive into your business to see if these funds will help your business. Because as I mentioned earlier, maybe what you were doing wasn't the real profit center of your business, and this might be the opportunity to use those funds to roll into that true profit center of your business.
Right. Well, the thing is credibility itself, guys. Just like if you had to have a credible name, you got to have good credit. The only way you're going to establish credit is you're going to have to go out there and establish credibility. So this is what this whole thing is about, guys. Pay your stuff on time. Make sure that it's lined out. Get your bookkeeper. Get the people that Don't worry about what the other side. You're never going to see the other side if you don't start moving your feet, guys. So this is the thing is, guys, I want to close this thing out. Of course, I'm going to be logging off for a couple of days, guys, and just sort of get some relaxation. I was going to go abroad, but it's a little bit too scary right now. So I just thought I'll just sort of lay low and just be happy and thankful that, God is taking care of me and my family's healthy. I'm healthy. I got great people around me, man, and I'm ready to go ahead and open up the second chapter. We've been very successful and very productive and very profitable this last couple I would say last 2 weeks. Thanks to Selby and his team. We work with me and Selby has, Afro Americans on our team. We have one white gentleman on our team. We have two white ladies on our team. We have a Jewish gentleman on our team. So we get the smartest people. We don't worry about, we got to do this. No, hold on. If we're gonna maximize this opportunity, we're gonna get the smartest people that we know that know what they're doing, and whatever comes our way, we're gonna put that fire out. That's what entrepreneurs do, guys. We solve problems. When you solve problems and you solve big problems, you get the big money. That's what it is. That's how it goes, guys. So happy birthday to me.
Happy birthday, Marv. Happy Earth Strong Day.
Yeah. What'd you say, man?
Happy Earth Strong Day, man.
Yeah.
The day that you entered the earth and you came out strong, man. So be blessed. Be blessed. And thanks to everybody that's been hitting. My phone has been blowing up. People have been hitting me up online, and I'm definitely gonna catch up with you guys. I see people have been responding or what have you, and definitely, I'm seeing it, and I see there's some people out there that get it. I look forward to meeting and talking with more of you guys.
Yes, guys. So listen here, man. Listen, y'all guys, it's still money out there. Keep your ears and eyes open to opportunities, guys. No lack of limitation in God, guys. I keep telling y'all that. When I say God express, that's what I mean. I gotta tell y'all guys that. How can you be used if you're thinking small? God sees you here and you playing small. And I'm not getting preachy. I'm just saying, guys, if you're gonna play small, then don't complain when you get the scraps. Don't complain when you're gonna get the temporary little job that's gonna give you the pink slip when you don't show value or show up on time. I wake up when I want to. I manage my own time. If I want a steak, I go get one. I'm not being egotistical. God, I have to be careful when I talk like that. But no, I work hard and I deserve to live the life that I want to live. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with that. I did the same thing. It's like I fought for this country. I deserve to get my benefits, right? When I go out here and I take risk in life and take opportunities and turn lemons into lemonade and solve problems and get people money, well, then that's value, guys. So look, you have value sitting right there in front of you, guys. Create it, ignite it, believe in yourself. Okay. Do due diligence, do some self-inventory on what makes you happy, guys. Because if you ask Selby, he loves accounting, he does it all day. I can't get him off the computer. That's always 2-3 o'clock in the morning. He's knocking out accounts all day, and he's doing business taxes, and he's doing what I'm saying. So he loves what he do. Me, I love running my mouth. I love telling people, hey, listen, guys, I see a gray area. I tell you what we can do. We can get these cards. We can do a cash, get you down, blah, 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 blah. Okay, let's bring the business over. Let's get this beat. So that's my thing. But I love helping people. See what I'm saying? And so I added value, passion, and I want to see people win, guys. And all of us out here, we came from somewhere, but I guarantee you it's the next level now, guys. The Corona gave us time to really do some self-inventory on what is life really, what means to us, and what this stuff is really about. And at the end of the day, guys, you got to be able to go out here and have capital to be able to be creative in your space and be that person that you always wanted to be. Nobody's going to give it to you. So all we're telling you is get with us. We got the paperwork, we got the applications, we got everything you need. Just give us a call, reach out to us. The company number is 980-892-1823. The phone keep ringing off now. I can't, it keep ringing while I'm on the show. But guys, I love it. I'll be working up until probably another hour or so. Then I am, guys. I know. Marvin, Marvin, just relax and enjoy your birthday, please. I am, guys, but it's just. Selby,
let me say one thing. My mentor always told me, he said an idea without capital is dead.
Right. That's it. And that's the truth, So guys, listen, what I always tell you guys, money is my own natural energy yield. Is what I say about myself, is what I convey and what I see as my self-image of what I put out to the universe, guys. So what you're seeking is seeking you. So you got to move your feet. Okay, go get it, guys. It's out there waiting for you. This is Meta Marvin, guys. Thanks for all the blessings and people giving me shout outs for the birthday, man. I'm a 7-kid year of completion. I'm ready to get busy. I feel like I'm 22, 23. I'm healthy. You know, my kid good, mom good, everybody good. Everybody around me eating, and literally eating. And hey, you know, I'm ready, guys. God is good, on time, all the time. All right. So, guys, listen, I'm gonna peace y'all out. Selby, thanks for coming on, man. I'm gonna be seeing you in a few minutes, man. We got some couple people calling us from the Florida area as well, Selby, that they definitely want to get in contact with you, man.
Okay.
Okay. All right, brother. All right. Peace.